Hey, what's up? Thank you so much for checking this video out. Now, this video right here, we're going to be talking about parabolas, quadratics. We're going to talk about some specific things about quadratics, the axis symmetry, the vertex, all that stuff, maximum, minimum, y-intercepts, root solutions, zeros, x, and blah, blah. We're going to go into a lot of attributes about them. Super important stuff that you have to know to be successful, and it's really easy. I promise you, it's super easy. All right, let's go. First things first, when you're dealing with quadratics, we're gonna wait. First things first, man. Before you learn anything, before we're doing this video, let's make sure your eyes are clear, your head is clear, your mind's open, you're ready to receive this information. I'm so sorry you didn't have a Valentine, or y'all broke up the day after. He's like, dang, bro, she just got me for my presents. Or if you're the girl, I got him and I got some presents, whatever. Hey, let's get rid of all that stuff so we can step into this thing brand new and have a great understanding of this, and we don't have to watch it 7 times. Just watch it once and it'll stick in your heart. All right, student creed on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Today is a new day. I can read well. I can understand what I read. I can remember it and apply it correctly. I've got eyes to see, ears to hear, and a mind to understand. It might not be easy, but it's worth it. Yeah. All right, that's a good stretch. All right, ready, set, here we go. First question, what is the y-intercept? Well, you should know what a y-intercept is. And I don't care what the graph looks like. It could be a snake, it could be a butterfly, it could be whatever on the graph. The y-intercept is wherever it touches the y-line. Now, as Miss Sanchez said, Esbella Sanchez, I'll never forget you, girl, teaching me that. Y to the sky. So the y-line is this line up here. And let's see where the graph touches it. Oh, right here. All right, now all you got to do is count it. 1, 2, 3. My y-intercept there is 3. And you're done. That's it. I hope they give you a question like this. This is super easy. Next one. This one says, what are the coordinates of the vertex? What the heck is a vertex? I don't know what a vertex is. Here, check this out. Watch this. It's super easy. Watch. See how the word vertex? It's like a little parabola. Well, it's this part right here on the vertex, that bottom part. So if this is a U right here, see this U? Where's the vertex? Oh, yes. Right there. Look, check it out. There is the vertex. You found it. So it wants to know, what is the vertex? All I gotta do is go find it. Let's see. On the x is gonna be a 0. So let me write it here. 0 for the x, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, -7 down. That is the coordinates for the vertex. Easy peasy. Now check this out. Here's some other words you have to know for these parabolas and these vertexes and this stuff like this. Already? The next word is the word minimum. So you see this graph right here? You see how it does have a lowest point? The lowest point that it gets to is right here, and that's at -7. So I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna put minimum. I'm gonna put like this, min, and this right here helps you remember that when the arrows point up, there's a minimum down there. So the minimum is right there, and in this case, our minimum is equal to -7. All right, that's cool. Now, if the graph was upside down here, like if I drew it like this, and I drew it like that, well, this graph right here doesn't have a minimum. This graph has a maximum. Well, when the arrows are pointing down, the maximum is up there, and it's right here. Well, how tall does he go? He goes as tall as 1, 2, 3. His maximum is at 3. All right, see what I did there? So at the vertex, that's like the middle of the parabola. It's like the V where it touches. Right there at the bottom and right there on the top where the maximum is. So that's the vertex. Just find out where the coordinates are. They might ask you, is there a minimum or is there a maximum? Well, if you forget, just draw it like this. Just write the word max, M-A-X, and the A, it should be pointing down. So maximum, it looks like this. And minimum, should be pointing up, because that's how it looks. So if there's a tallest point, then there is a maximum. It can't go higher than this. This is the highest it goes. If there's a lowest point, then it has a minimum. It doesn't go lower than this. Make sure you have those things. Some kids are going to confuse those, but just practice it. You'll be fine. You'll be totally fine if you just practice. Next one. What are the roots? What are the roots to this? What? I don't know. Here's what roots are. Here's another word you have to know. So you have to know this. Write down this word, rocks. All right? The R in rocks stands for roots. The O in rocks stands for zeros. The X stands for x-intercepts, and the S stands for solutions. Those are all the possible ways that they can ask you this question. It's 4 words, and it means the exact same thing. I'm not even kidding. So here we go. What are the roots for this? Roots are, imagine that this right here, the x-axis is the ground. Here's the grass. I'm drawing the grass on here because this is like the ground level. There's the grass, it grows through. Where are the roots? Like if this is a tree up there, then where would the roots happen? Let me draw a little tree right here. Here's a tree. There's a tree. Here's some roots down here at the bottom. When does this tree start to have roots? Where do the roots happen? Right where it hits the ground. So that's what we're checking. We're gonna see where does this guy hit the ground, and because where do the roots start? So let's see, I'm gonna erase this tree that I drew. Where do the roots start? Where are the roots? There's one root right here, and there's another root right here. Those are the roots. Now those are also called zeros. They could ask you, what are the zeros? How many zeros? It's right there, those same 2 points that we have. What are the x-intercepts? It's right there, those same 2 points we just did. What are the solutions? They're right there, those same 2 points we just did. Now you could have as many, like this one right here has 2 because there's 2 lines. It could touch it twice. Or it could only have 1. It could look like this. And then go right to the line. And it only has 1 root. It would start right here. Or it could be like this. It could be graphed above the line. And this guy doesn't touch the ground. So there are no roots. You know what I mean? So you could have 2 roots. You could have 1 root. Or you could have no roots. Just depends on how the picture looks. But the roots, solutions, zeros, x-intercepts, that's the same thing. It's 4 words, means the exact same thing. And it's where the graph touches the x-axis. That's how you take care of this. All right, so let's answer this question. How many roots are here? Well, for this question, there are 2 roots. I have 2 roots. 2 roots. Or you could say zeros. There are 2 solutions. There's 2 x-intercepts, whatever. There's one right here, and there's another right there. Well, what are the solutions? What are they? Well, this one is x equals 0, and this guy is x equals 6, because I see 5 and then a 6. That's what the answers are. Let's go ahead and bring in some old information real quick, all right? Let's see if you can find the vertex. Where's the vertex? Oh, it's right there. But give me the coordinates, please. All right, I agree. Here it is. Yes, you are right. There is a vertex. What is the vertex? It's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It is 3 and -9. That is the vertex. Nice job. Is there a maximum or is there a minimum here? Is there a maximum or a minimum? There's a minimum. There's a lowest point. There is a lowest, but the graph goes up, so I thought it was maximum. No, you can't have a graph going up and a maximum, because then when does it stop? It won't stop. No, the maximum is at 10. No, those arrows keep going forever. Okay, well then the max is at 11. No, because they keep going. Okay, so the max is at 100. No, the arrows keep going. It never stops. Okay, the max is at 1,000,000. It still goes. So you can't ever have a maximum when the arrows are pointing upwards. So you have a minimum because it stops there. So the minimum, let me write the word, min, write it like this, so we remember, is -9. All right, that's what's up. They might ask you, what's the axis of symmetry? What is this guy's axis of symmetry? Sorry, my handwriting is so bad. I'm writing with the mouse. All right, what's the axis of symmetry? Well, the axis of symmetry is where you can cut it in half. Where can you fold this guy in half? Well, I see right here the vertex. Always go there. Always find the vertex first. That's what my brain does. I find the vertex, then I see if there's any roots or solutions, and I go there too. So, all right, find the vertex. So this right here is the middle. You just found the middle of it. That's why it's so important to find the vertex. So this guy, you can fold him at x equals 3. If I got a line and I cut it right there and I folded it, it would be right on top of the other piece. That's the axis of symmetry. It'll always be the x value in the vertex. Because remember, your vertex is down here. It's 3 and -9. Well, this guy is the axis of symmetry. And this guy is the max or the min. Whatever you actually have on the graph. So in this case, I have a minimum. So find the vertex. The x part is the axis of symmetry. The y part is the maximum or minimum. It's easy. It's really easy. These parts just overlap. They just have fancy words to describe this stuff. It's the x value of the vertex. That's the axis of symmetry. It's where you can fold it in half. Right down the middle. My face. Cut it down the middle. Yep. There it is. Right there. Axis of symmetry is at my nose. Or whatever. Domain and range. Same stuff. Right? Here we go. What's the domain and range of this guy? Let me type him in. -1/4. Oopsie. -1/4. x minus 17 squared, blah, blah, blah. I'm just typing this guy in. Okay, here he is, I guess. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit so I can see. All right, here it is. Here's what it looks like. Your domain is still all the real numbers. So you know for sure my domain is gonna be all real numbers. By the way, I didn't mean to circle F, I just meant to circle domain. Domain is, no. Domain is always all real numbers. Domain all real numbers, yep, I like him. Domain is, no, that doesn't say all real numbers, so it can't be him. Now the range part. The range is never all real numbers. So let's see, nobody says, oh, no, doesn't say all real numbers, doesn't say all real numbers, doesn't say, okay, no. So domain is never all real numbers, but we do know that range values are Y values. So look at this guy right here. I'm gonna highlight him, that we can see it. He says this. What does that even mean? That actually means a Y. F of X, G of X, whenever you see anything like that, that means Y. So he does say Y. Oh, this guy's already scratched out because the domain was wrong. This guy's also wrong, domain's wrong. This guy says X for the range? What? No, wrong. So I already know my answer is F and I'm finished. I'm literally done. But you could come over here to the graph, click on the vertex. You see how it says 61 for the Y value? It's 61 and down. So you want to make sure that you have a thing that says that's got a Y and it's got a 61 because that's the Y number. Don't fall for the one that says Y and a 17. No, that's the X number. Don't let them trick you, bro. Be smarter than that. No, that's just there to trick you. No. So find the answer choice that says Y with the 61 because that's the Y value. And then we want to make sure that the graph says that everything down. So now you got to know the difference. Is this side, does this sign mean down or does this sign mean down? Let's see if this, oh, this makes a P, that's up. This makes a D, that's down. Okay, so I want that sign. There it is. And for these vertexes, for these parabolas, you can always just include it like this. But most importantly, find this guy, and you should be fine. That's half the battle, and that's what's up. Last one. Go for blah, 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 blah. What is the domain? Well, you said it's all real numbers. Let me find the all real numbers one. No, wait. You're right. I did say it's all real numbers, but if they're giving you real world situations and real world stuff, how will I know if it's real world? Like this. See how it's a picture of somebody doing something? The domain's not going to be all real numbers. The range won't be all real numbers. It's not going to be like, it's not going to be that way, all right? So when they give you real stuff, a spaceship, a ball is hit, a blah, blah, blah happens, this thing happens, it's not going to be all real numbers. If it's just a regular equation with nothing real attached to it, like the one that we just did, that's going to be all real numbers for your domain. So this guy right here, he's not going to be all real numbers for domain. So domain is X's. You should know that. I had a student taking a test, and it was a domain and range question. I obviously can't help during the test. And I said, all right, you have to know, what is range? He said, oh yeah, I got it. And I saw him do this, and he wrote an X on range. And I really wanted to help him, but I couldn't. I was like, oh man, I love you, bro, and I'm so sorry. Poor guy, I felt it in my heart. But domain is X, range is Y. So you go, so domain X, function, blah, blah, blah. So F looks good, because he has an X. This guy has a Y there. Nope, I'm not even talking to you, you're wrong. This guy has a Y there. Nope, not talking to you either, you're wrong. Okay, now all you gotta do is go to the X numbers. So I see a 0 and a 6. The first one is always the X, the second one's the Y. X, Y, X, Y. Domain is X, and I'm looking for domain here, so I am ignoring all the Y numbers. I don't need that, I don't need that, and I don't need this. So now let's see, I have a 0, a 110, and a 230. This guy says 0, and that is an X number because it happens right here. So I like that 0. 230, I like that 230, and that covers from the beginning to the end of the golf ball. That's my answer. I like him. Let's check this guy out down here. This guy says 6. Where's he getting that 6 from? He got the 6 from that Y part right there, trying to trick you. So if you just scratch out the Y numbers and only focus on the X numbers, you should be great. So that's it. You got these parabolas, you got the attributes of these quadratics. So you have the y-intercept, you got the maximum, the minimum, the vertex, the axis of symmetry. You got the rocks, the roots, zeros, x-intercepts, solutions, all that stuff. You got domain and range. You got this reasonable domain and range. Whenever it's a real world problem, domain is not going to be all real numbers, but normally it is. You got all that stuff. So make sure you study, you practice so you can show yourself approved. Make sure you can help, because you want to help your friends out. Make sure you help your friends, help your neighbors, help yourselves, help your brothers and sisters, your cousins. People are going to be coming up after you. So make sure you get this stuff so you can make their life easier. That way they can grow and become better than what we were. So when you go to a class and you want your friends to say, oh, thank you so much, I'm so glad you're here. Please, I need your help. I need your help. I don't know how to do this. That way you can save somebody's day, because we need more. heroes. All right, y'all be safe, man. Have a great day. We'll see you next time. Yeah.
Thank you, Father. It's our honor. All your sons, all your daughters give you praise. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father.